Finding just a seated, easy pose. Hands, you feel like you need to have a little more energy towards you tonight. Hands will be palms down. Okay, if you just want to send your energy in. If you really want to be receptive to drawing more energy in or sending energy out, palms can be up, or certainly just resting palms in the lap is also good as well. So let's find a nice closed eye. For those of you who are practicing with oils tonight, so the first oil I'll use is the Hawaiian sandalwood. So if you don't have any sandalwood, that's absolutely fine. As usual, we're just going to imagine the scent. But if you have sandalwood, just rub it around the hands, bring it up to the nose, and just draw in the beautiful scent of really the grounding scent. So if you aren't using oils, just imagine the scent of the earth, of a forest. Just finding peace on your mat. A nice steady breath. Now in today's practice, we're going to focus on opening up into the throat chakra or Visuddha chakra. The chakra is about communication and expressing your authentic voice and speaking your truth. It's just located at the base of the throat. Its corresponding endocrine gland is the thyroid. Element of ether, color of blue, and the mantra is hum. We're going to do a mudra for this one today, and what that is that's a hand, just a hand position. So if you want to see me, you can. So we're just going to interlace the fingers together just so that they're up. Just kind of close them in on each other, okay, so that your kind of pointer fingers are out and your thumbs are together. Okay, and this can just rest either on your lap or just by your ribs, whatever feels better. Now this mudra helps to enhance the throat chakra today. Now an unbalanced throat chakra can result in untruthfulness, deceit and lying, inadequate communication, blocked creative expression, speaking too bluntly, shyness or fear of speaking, not speaking your truth or unable to voice your thoughts, being verbally critical of others, being misinterpreted or misunderstood by others. We're going to focus on really balancing this chakra today, because when it's balanced, we are able to fully speak our truth. You can express yourself authentically and clearly. Be listened to as an authoritative voice. You'll have inspirational and creative communication. You'll learn to hear what has not been said. You'll offer sound advice to others, and you won't be afraid of asking for what you want in life. I want you to take a nice big breath in, breathe right in through the throat, into the lungs, all the way through the belly, hold at the top, and then slowly, slowly release. Find that nice steady breath all the way in. Take that nice big breath in. Hold at the top for just a moment, and then right down on the other side. Just relax, release the breath. I'm going to go through a few affirmations. So I'm going to state them, and I'm just going to encourage you to state them in your mind and just carry them with you throughout the practice. First mantra or affirmation is, I speak from the heart. I express myself honestly and authentically. I deserve to be heard. I speak up for myself. I voice my opinions and thoughts freely with confidence. I use my voice kindly and thoughtfully. I communicate clearly, effectively, and with ease. And I speak my truth. Imagine a ball of blue light just shining from your throat. With every breath, increasing the energy of the throat chakra. And as we move into our practice. So release the hands from your mudra, and I want you to sweep the arms up to the sky, all the way up on. Shine your head up to the sky. It's almost as if you're looking. You can keep your eyes closed if you wish. Reach all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, drop the right arm down to the side and slowly start to lean to the right, bending into that right arm, reaching strongly to the sky with the left. On the next inhale, come to the center, reach that right arm up, and exhale that left arm down, leaning as far into that left side as you can. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, bring the arms forward, tip from the hip. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips and just shine that chest up, lengthening into the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, draw the arms behind you and shine the chest to the sky. With an exhale, come back to center, hands at heart center. That was just a seated sun salutation. We're going to go through 2 more of those. So let's move with the breath. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. Inhale up, look to the sky. Exhale, drop that right arm over and start to lean over to the right, reaching the left up to the sky. On that next inhale, right arm, left arm back to the center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, back to the center, reach high to the sky. Exhale, tip forward, hands to the ground. Next inhale, draw those shoulders back and down. A little bit of a half lift, shine that chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms can come up and around and back if you wish. Finish your inhale, shine the chest to the sky. And exhale to neutral, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, draw the arms up and back behind you. Nice, strong chest to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Bowing into the hands for a moment. Offering yourself that moment of peace, staying in this present moment as we move through the practice. On the next exhale, you can open in the eyes, and we're going to come on to hands and knees. I'm just going to allow an inhale as we slightly look up, drop the belly down just slightly, and exhale, roll into cat-cow. Inhale all the way up, and roll again into your cat with an exhale. Inhale all the way up again. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's getting some movement in that spine. One more each way. Inhale. And exhale again. Now you can sit back onto the heels, come all the way up. Now if it's more comfortable, you can go back to seated cross-legged or sit in hero's pose. From here, take your right arm up and over and just gently allow the head to come to the right. Now from here, your left hand can reach for the ground. Fingertips might touch the ground, or if it feels good, bring that left hand behind your back. Just a really nice gentle opening here in the neck. On that next exhale, just drop the chin towards the chest. Release that right arm and slowly switch sides. So that neck, the head's gonna come to the left. Left arm comes up and over. Fingertips on the right side down to the ground. Nice active push down with that right shoulder. And drop the chin to the chest, release that left hand, and draw right back up to the other side. Now you can stay here in hero's pose, but again, if it is starting to bug you, just come into a seated cross-legged. From here, let's take the arms up and out to the side. We'll exhale to the left. So right hand goes to the left knee, left hand behind you, roll that shoulder back and down, nice and tall, coming into a nice rotation. Breathing strongly. Inhales and exhales, almost hearing the breath swirling through the throat as an Ujjayi breath. Mouth is closed. Tongue presses to the back of the teeth and the top of the mouth. Nice inhale and exhale through the nose and the back of the throat. Now on the next inhale, draw those arms up to center, up to shoulder height, and as an exhale, right to the other side. On the next inhale, all the way back to the side. Now we're going to come down into hands and knees again, coming into child's resting pose. Now right away, I want you to take your hands right off to the right hand side. Okay, so stacking the left hand on the right. Okay, and then settling down into your child's resting pose. So allowing that chest to push towards the floor. Holding here. Taking those nice breaths in and out. Head can rest on the floor if you wish, or it can just stay up and just push as much into that left shoulder as you can. On the next inhale, just gently take those hands right back to the center. Head down into child's pose for just a moment, a breath or two. Then on the next inhale, lift up and walk the hands over to the left. Right hand's on top of the left. Now just push down into that right shoulder, lengthening into the back. Allowing a few more breaths here, sinking low, opening into the side of the back. Breathing again into the back of the throat, really listening to the air flow through the throat. Building that energy in the throat chakra. On the next inhale, just gently take those hands back to the center and just allowing yourself to come down to child's resting pose for a moment. On the next inhale, gently begin to rise up. Now, when you're here in hands and knees, I want you to flip your toes under. And coming up to sit on the toes. So adjust this a little bit. Okay, so I want you to really start to kind of push back onto the balls of the feet. So if you need to, just kind of walk those feet back and sit tall. Now, if this at any time gets to be a little bit too much, just feel free to come up onto the knees, okay? Or just let those feet go. Now we're going to do a few different breaths today. So pranayamas are breathing techniques. So the first one while we're here is the lion's breath, and that's meant to, again, open up into this throat chakra. Now it might seem kind of silly, but you are by yourselves. Maybe somebody else is around. Just, pretend they're not there. So you're going to take a nice big breath in all the way in through the nose. And as you exhale, you're going to exhale forcefully and open the mouth wide and let the tongue come out. So it looks like this. So you're going to inhale all the way in. As you exhale, it's almost like you're roaring like a lion. Okay, so I want you to have a really strong breath here. So inhale strongly. Go do it with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Let it all go. Coming forward on the hands and knees. Just release into those feet for a moment. Woo. Very good. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. So let's come back onto the feet. Such a great posture for the feet. I know it can be very killer and not feel so good. So I want you just to really breathe through this one. Okay, so this time we're going to take our hands behind us. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down and open into the chest. Okay, so really think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, and we're going to do 3 more lion's breaths. Now, if you can come here if you wish. Bring those hands off the back. So take an inhale. Another inhale. One more time. Inhale. Strong exhale. Now finish your exhale, drop that forehead to the ground, keep your hands up to the sky, and let those hands shine up. So open those shoulders as much as you can. Of course, if you're only here, that's absolutely okay. Go to where your body can and wants to go. And on the next inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. Good. Hands and knees. Shake out those legs. So I'm taking you through a few new poses today that might seem a little bit strange, but just getting a different flow of energy today. So the next one we're going to do is called an Ashtanga 8-limb pose. It's very similar to kind of a sun salutation asana, but we're sitting still. So here's how it's going to look. So you're going to start with your hands and knees, on your hands and knees. And then from here, you're going to allow the elbows to shoot back. Okay, so we're going into a bit of a push-up here. You're going to keep your hips off the ground. So you're going to allow your chest to come down to the ground. So I'm just going to set my timer before I get in there. Allow the chest to come to the ground. And if you can, if it feels okay, your chin to the ground. If it doesn't feel okay, you're going to allow the forehead to come to the ground, or you're not going to go down quite as far. Okay, so elbows to the ground, chin to the ground, hips up to the sky, looking forward. We're not going to stay here too long, but what we're doing is we're opening into that throat. So I want you to breathe strongly into that throat chakra. Now, if this anytime feels awkward for you, feel free to drop the hips to the ground. Okay, so that's another option. But if you can, we're not putting too much pressure on that chin. We're just allowing it to come back. So holding here, breathing strong. Might feel a little strange. Just breathe strongly into that throat. Just 2 more breaths. And on the next breath, strong belly. Push those shoulder hands strongly. Lift all the way back up into child's pose. So from here, the knees can go wide or knees can go in, and you just curl right around those legs. So I want you to really settle into child's pose wherever you are at. Finding that nice surrender, and breathe strongly into the posture. So I want you to really focus on your breath here. So an Ujjayi breath sounds almost like waves of an ocean flowing in and flowing out of the body. Nice inhales, nice exhales. I want you to hear the breath in the throat. Opening into that chakra. As you allow your body to just rest. Sometimes the best thing we can do for our body is just let it rest. Surrender here, and maybe go back to 1 or 2 affirmations. The one I love when working with the throat chakra is I speak my truth. I speak my truth.
especially in today's age, it seems that any time we do speak our truth, there's often backlash. So I want you just to feel safe in this space right now. And just allow yourself, even if it's just in your mind, to just speak your truth. Get anything that you need to off your chest. And just allow Mother Nature to take it all in. A few more breaths, a few more moments in child's pose. Next inhale, allow those hands to go underneath the shoulders.
And slowly begin to rise up. And we'll just have a seat in the center where we started again. And I'd really like to flow through a couple more of those seated sun salutations just to get that flow back in. I personally love sun salutations. They just make a person feel so good. So we'll start with the hands at the heart center. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Now on the inhale, float those arms all the way up to the sky. On your exhale, drop the hand to the right, reach high to the side body. Inhale to the center and just feel yourself flow with the breath. Exhale to the left. And stretch along the right. Inhale back to the center, look up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Now we're going to stay in this fold forward for just 3 breaths. So nice big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen a little bit. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, come forward. And on the next inhale, draw those arms to the sky. And exhale, hands behind you, shine that chest up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good, hands to the knees. Take a nice big inhale, shine that chest up, head goes back slightly for seated cat-cows. Exhale, draw everything in, round the spine. Inhale, open through the throat, open through the front side of the body, and exhale, all the way in again. Inhale, shine forward. Exhale, round in. 2 more to go. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, let's open and hold here for 2 breaths. Exhale, round into the spine. Hold for 2 breaths. And come back to neutral. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to encourage you to grab your bolster or a pillow or even a block. A block might be a little harder though. So we'll grab onto the bolster and just put it right kind of parallel to the short edge of your mat. I think some of you would have done this with me before. So we're going to start by coming down onto the back. Now, how I want you to set up your arms is that the elbows are going to come to the opposite side of that bolster. So what we're doing is we're looking for about the mid of the rib cage to be in the bolster. Okay? Now from here, you might want another pillow or something. You don't have to, but you're going to allow yourself to roll back, and we're opening into that thoracic spine. So go easy on yourself. And then just allow your head to come. Now I've got a pretty short bolster, meaning it's just not really thick and fluffy. So if you have a really big one and you find you need to put something under your head, do so. Okay, so this could be a good position for you. And then from here, if it feels okay, letting the legs come down to the ground. Okay, so I want you to really take your time getting into this posture. Arms will go out to the side. It's almost like we're hanging upside down slightly. So this can feel a bit vulnerable in this position, right? We're opening right into that throat, right into the chest. And if you can, just allow yourself as much as possible to tilt that chin up and just open right into the throat. Now, making sure that there's no pain or pressure anywhere. Of course, if there is, please unmute and I can give you some other options, or text me because I do have my phone here. But when you're here, I want you just to breathe and just surrender into the pose. This is a beautiful posture for thoracic mobility. For proper posture. This one will also help work against gravity so that gravity's not pushing us to the ground. Really enjoy this posture. And again, almost going back to any mantra that feels good, any affirmation. Allowing yourself to breathe into the neck area. Just think of a beautiful blue color of my shirt or beautiful blue sky. And just see a ball of blue energy growing around the throat. Helping you to speak confidently, sharing who you are with the world. Encouraging that energy center to allow you to just show up and be who you are. Now we're going to start to slowly come out of this posture. So I want you to go with me here. Draw the belly button in for a little bit of support around the back. Then I want you to take the hands underneath the head, using the hands to help you come up. So do a little bit of a crunch here if you can, or just help that head up with the hands. Then slowly start to rotate off to the side. So left or right side. Push that bolster away. We're going to hug into fetal position for a counter posture before we go into our next back bend. So just hug right in, resting the head on the bicep. on the next inhale, we're going to slowly rise. So we're using your hands, moving nice and slow. We're going to go into our second back bend, fish posture. You guys all know I love this one. Okay, so bolster here on kind of the parallel to the long edge of the mat this time. We're going to turn so that the lower back is against the bolster. Legs nice and wide. And we're going to slowly, you can use the hands or just use your core to slowly come down. Now, if you're used to doing this posture, you might know exactly where you want to sit, but feel free to make any adjustments as you need to. I'm just going to reset my timer here. Once you're ready, you're just going to let the arms fall off to the side. Now, this is a beautiful posture just to let the feet flop, hands flop open. And while you're here in this bolstered again, I'm going to encourage you to kind of tilt your chin up slightly so that you remain open in that throat space. Okay, often when we feel vulnerable, what do? Right? We tuck that chin in, we round the shoulders in. I want you to really open into the shoulders, chin up, and just be absolutely vulnerable in this position. Sending your breath there. Opening into the fifth chakra, beautiful, beautiful chakra, the first one of the more spiritual chakras, right above the heart space. Now find yourself with some nice deep breaths. So notice the breath flowing through the throat, feeling that rib cage. This is a beautiful posture to fill the belly. Just allow yourself to breathe deeply and fully relax. Spend a lot of time opening into the lower body, which is extremely important. So is opening into the upper body and allowing the posture and realignment of the spine to occur. That's why I love this posture so much, especially on the bolster, is that it allows the shoulders to draw open. So we often get into that rounded shoulder look, and this is such a great, almost restorative way to lengthen and open into the chest muscles and just allow the front side of that body to open. Now, if you do want a little bit more of a deeper chest stretch, you can take your arms up a little bit higher and even into cactus arms. So of course, making sure the shoulder feels okay, but kind of bringing those arms and hands up a little higher, a little wider, can get right into the chest too as a nice chest stretch. on the next inhale, just one by one, bend into the legs, bottom of the feet to the ground. And just gently shift your hips to the left or right and roll off to the left or right. So we're going to cuddle into fetal position again, just doing a nice counter pose. So you can just take that bolster and push it off to the side. Now on the next breath, you're just going to come right onto your back. So make sure that bolster is out of the way. Come right onto your back. Excellent. From here, let's extend the left leg all the way down. We're going to extend the right leg all the way straight up. So hands are just going to come right behind the knee. I want you to strongly push that heel towards the sky. Draw the toes in towards you and then point the toes away. So we're lengthening into the shin here. And draw the toes towards you and lengthen into the calf and right into the back of the hamstring. So point and flex. Nice slow movements. You might even want to do a few circles. Just kind of getting whatever movement feels good. This is nice because this stretches kind of along the side of the calf and the shin. Little muscles in there that we don't often get to stretch. Go one way and then the other. Now take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, release your left hand. You're going to take your left hand down to the left side. Keep your left hip on the ground and just gently use that right hand to support that right leg coming to the side. Now, if you want to, you can also, if you've got a strap close by, you can use your strap, or you can grab onto the toe, the big toe, just allowing that leg to come right off to the side. So really a key here though is that we keep our left hip on the ground. So straighten that leg out as much as you can, lengthening into the inner thigh, just slightly into the hamstring. As you exhale, come back to the center. Now this time we're going to keep the right hip on the ground. You're going to switch arms. You're going to take that left arm onto that right leg. Right hand can go down or just on the hip. All we're doing is just slowly drawing it just past the center line. So we're not lifting the right hip off the ground. And you're going to extend that leg straight as much as you can. And you're going to feel that lengthening right along the side. Little muscles that are connected to that IT band. So it's not a full twist, we're just pushing that leg across the midline and straightening it as much as you can. So again, you can grab onto the big toe if you want to here, or you can use a strap. Just a few breaths. The straighter you make your leg in this position, the more you're going to feel that length. And on the next exhale, bend into that knee, hug it in towards the chest, and just release. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. So switch legs, right leg goes down, left leg extends to the sky, so hands around. Again, you can use a strap here if you wish. Starting to point and flex. Point and flex. some circles. Just taking whatever movement you need, but really focus on a straight leg. Good. Now on that next exhale, release the right hand. Keep that right hip on the ground and slowly start to drop that left leg to the left. Now again, you can grab the toe here if you want to, a strap, anything, and then keep that leg nice and straight as it comes off to the side. Right arm might go right off to the side. Keep that hip on the ground. And on the next inhale, bring it back to the center, release that hand. Now plaster both hips on the ground. So really think about plugging that left hip into the ground, straightening that leg as much as you can, and just guiding that leg to cross the midline. So you'll notice it might not take much, and that hip's gonna wanna pop off the ground. So, you know, a slight lift in the glutes is okay, but just keep that back into the ground. So no rotation and just a slight push off to the right. So you can use that right hand to help keep that leg close to the body. Even both hands if you want, just slightly off to the side, straighten into that leg. And on the next exhale, release, hug that knee in towards the chest. Just gently rock side to side maybe. Hugging both knees in towards the chest. Good. Now from here, let's take both feet to the ground and just lift the hips up slightly and shift them to the left. And from here, just allow both knees to shift off to the right, coming into a nice rotation. Now I want you to be really focused on the upper body here. So the rotation you want to always come from that upper spine, or sort of the thoracic spine, the middle of the back. Shoulders both on the ground. So if you find that left shoulder wants to pop up, I would like to see you back off that stretch or that rotation. So you're just going to allow those legs to go off slightly. So keeping both shoulders on the ground, arms off to the side, palms fall open. Head might go to the left. And then fully relax, fully surrender. And I want that breath, encourage that breath to continue to go into the throat. And just use that breath to clear out any junk that might be stuck in there. Any stuck, stagnant energy. And just visualize that blue, bright blue, shining light getting brighter and brighter with every breath. Inhale, gently bring that head back to the center. Draw the belly button in to support the low back as you rotate back to the center. So really careful with the spine here as always. Shift those hips to the center, hug the knees in towards the chest. Gently rocking side to side. Now when you're ready, drop those feet down to the ground again. This time we're going to shift those hips up slightly and off to the right. Arms go off to the side, head off to the right, legs off to the left. So this side might feel a little bit different. So back off a little bit if you need to. You can always keep that the top knee up to the sky. Or just allow the knees to fall off to the side. Allowing a few more breaths here. And on the next breath, I'm going to slowly lift those legs, maybe one at a time. Shift on to your back, shifting back to the center. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Gently rock side to side. When you're ready here, we're going to shift in just for a few moments into Shavasana, and then we'll finish with a pranayama breathing technique today. So allowing yourself to cuddle into that nice, relaxed space. Lying on your back, allowing the feet to flop off to the side. Palms facing up, and just completely relax your weight into the mat. As you settle into Shavasana today, I'm just going to go through a few different contemplation questions that you can ask yourself to support your Visuddha or throat chakra. First one is, do I communicate my truth and express my creativity? How can I express myself more honestly and openly? Am I being truthful to myself, my thoughts, my opinions, my ideas? How do I define healthy communication? Am I a mindful listener? Do I have a tendency to embellish, distort, or exaggerate facts? Could I spend my whole day in silence? And finally, ask yourself and answer and finish the sentence. I express myself authentically when. Your contemplation, starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes, just waking up the physical body however you feel comfortable with. Maybe hugging the knees in towards the chest, rolling off to the left or right side. And when we're ready, we'll meet in comfortable cross-legged position. Sitting up, hands can start at the heart center. Now, before we get into our final breathing technique or pranayama, if you are using oils tonight, I encourage you to put a couple of drops of ylang ylang, which is just like jasmine. And draw it around the throat chakra and on the neck. And again, if you're not using oils, just think of yourself rubbing flowers, something that's really nice and potent like jasmine. Now we're going to do a breathing technique called the Brahmari breath, or bee hum. So we're going to finish with this one, as it does really help open up into that throat chakra. So I want you to close your eyes and turn your attention inward for a moment. Just taking a couple of breaths in and out of the nose, just to center yourself and calm the mind. Bring your awareness to the breath, to its natural rhythm. I want you to keep your eyes closed and take your index fingers just on the cartilage of the ear, so between your cheek and your ear. Now you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to gently push on the cartilage, so it's like you're plugging your ears, and hum. Okay, so we're going to do it together. So we're going to inhale, pushing the cartilage in. As you exhale, hum. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, hum. One last time, inhale and release, hum. Release your hands to your knees. Keep your eyes closed a little longer. Just notice how this breathing practice feels on your physical, mental, and emotional body. That's a beautiful breath to do anytime you feel stressed, anxious. It'll just help you relax. Come back to your inner self. Allow you to speak your truth. Drawing the hands to heart center. Bow into the hands, taking a moment to acknowledge the time you've spent honoring yourself during this practice. Just want you to breathe into the space of love and self-acceptance as you take a nice big deep inhale with humility. And as you exhale, bow forward with gratitude. Wishing you all love and light. Namaste.